Hi, and welcome back to Dark Skin Tarot. So I'm going to do an unboxing. I believe this deck came out a year ago. I'm not sure how I missed it. But it is the Trick or Treat Tarot by Barbara Moore, and I always enjoy her decks. Like her books are phenomenal that go alongside it. Like I have found with the decks of hers that I have, they're always full color, lots of information, well thought out, well planned. So this here is Trick or Treat, illustrated by Jonathan Hunt. And I figure why not, because it's about to be October 1st. And this is absolutely perfect. It's perfect. And what I loved about it, because I always do a quick look and see if it is a deck that I want. And listen, I've been through the deck. I've been playing with the deck. The imagery is beautiful. The imagery is beautiful. It conveys the message. It's really smartly done. So, comes in a magnetic closure box. So that's that. And then these are the cards. And then this is the guidebook that I'm talking about, right? So it's all in color. Your major arcana details are at the front. And then it goes through all the minor arcana and the court cards. And then at the back, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it gives you a few spreads that you can do. Okay? Quite a few, actually. Just a really good book, really good. Like you could learn a lot just from actually going through the guidebooks. I'm really trying to make it a point of reading guidebooks because honestly, I generally don't. I just read intuitively and take what I'm supposed to from the card, but there is some really good information here. So let's get started. These cards will not be in any particular order, okay? They're a bit of a glossy card, if you can see that, right? They shuffle very nicely. These cards are no different than any other cards from Barbara Moore if you have any of her collection yourself. Same kind of feel. They shuffle nicely, right? I think it's really important to have a good shuffle. Hold on, and let me smell. The smell of the cards, they're fine. You know, you might think it weird, but all of this leads to the way in which we as readers interact with the card. How does it feel in our hands? How does it smell? How does it shuffle? How does it elicit and awaken other parts of ourselves to give you a deeper meaning and to have the energy of the cards jump off into our hands so that we can express and convey the messages to you accurately. So we're going to zoom in. And look who's here right at the start of things. It is the devil. So this is the devil. Sorry, I'm pausing because I'm like, do I want to do it this way? I guess so. So that's the devil. With her drink in hand, a web, doing her best to tempt and catch you. The pentagram is in reverse. This is the Knight of Wands. And this reminds me of the Chariot card. This Knight of Wands to me is new or starting to gain a bit more ability in being able to bring their dreams into fruition, working on learning how to vision, right? How to bring things to life, how to pull things from an ethereal perspective down to earth. This is the Six of Pentacles. Am I a bit too close? I think so. There. That's the Six of Pentacles. This trick or treat, this deciding who to give candy to or not, right? This kid's not in a costume. This one is. He's giving him the paw, like halting him here. So interesting, and I love how the pentacles form part of these lights or balloons that are up above. Well done. This is also about a reminder of the effort that we put into things. This here is a Seven of Swords, a Joker. Interesting that they have a raccoon here. They're very slick and smart and sly and cunning and intelligent raccoons. Just looking at the swords. And I'm feeling like there's a bit of like a bit of mismanagement here, right? Like they can't control the swords. They're cutting the ribbon. They're doing all sorts of things. There's some clumsiness here, but that's okay. But this raccoon down here is holding a sword. And this looks to be like toilet paper. They probably tried here to, you know, toilet paper a house. You know how kids sometimes do. This is the 5 of Swords. This is Strength. I don't know, this is giving me vibes of like Beauty and the Beast and Mulan. There's a rose down here, a ring. Here's a 10 of Cups. Wizard of Oz. The flying monkeys above. I like that. Notice that one of these cups is tilted over. Here's the 7 of Cups. I'm getting Tinkerbell vibes on this one. Pick your poison. You've got options. What is the outcome that you're expecting, wanting? What is the vehicle that's going to help get you there? Right? To me, when I see the 7 of Cups, it's also a test. How much have you learned? Right? You might have 7 cups, but there's not that you honestly truly have 7 choices, because some of those cups aren't good for you. Some of those cups are poisonous. Some of them are not to your benefit. This is the 5 of Pentacles. This gives me the feeling of a haunted house, although these pentacles are upright, but 5 of Pentacles is that being left out. So there could be a party going on inside, the lights are on, but you were not welcome to come, right? Or oh, you know what this is? My mom used to do this when I was a kid. She did not like us celebrating Halloween at all, right? So a Christian family. So as kids, she would turn all the lights off. We would order pizza and watch a movie, but we'd have to stay inside. We weren't allowed to participate. Very few years we got to go out. So as a kid, you're coming to the door and, oh, no one's home, right? The lights are out. But truth be told, the people are home. They're upstairs doing whatever, but you can't get anything from the store. Wow. This is the 10 of Wands. This is like a gargoyle. Reminds me a bit of Shrek. I cannot tell if they're helping to stoke the fire. They have had the burden of bringing the wood for the fire to continue. Or if there's an energy of greed or selflessness. It depends on how this would turn up in a reading. Oh, look. The Lovers. Is it the Addams Family with Elvira and whoever? I never liked that show. And The Hand. I never liked that show at all. Isn't that interesting? Because with the Lovers, there is the angel. And the angel here is a bat. This is what I mean. Like, the way in which they've kind of rethought and brought the images to life, it's really quite something. Oh, that's really nice. And I love the fact that there's a gate, because this gate in a way reminds me of their version of the garden. Because the lovers to me is a reminder of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. But this is their garden. Their garden is going to be the opposite, right? That's lovely. That's really smart. Here we have the moon. And that's interesting because the moon is for things that are hidden and you're bobbing for apples, and sometimes things go below the surface and they appear. There's a bobbing, there's an up and down. And there's this reflection as well, right? What is that? The evil eye, maybe? Or is that just a moon pendant on them? Maybe it's just the moon pendant on them. That's nice. Not sure what their role is. Cat in the Hat, the Chariot. And the two things. See what I mean? How smart it is? That's really cute. Oh, we have the Queen of Cups. I don't know, but that baby at the bottom sure looks full or drunk, or I don't know, drank of the poison, something. Feels like distorted feminine energy to me. This one, Three of Wands. This guy's eye came out. Three of Wands. Then we have Justice. So that's supposed to be, I guess, Lady Liberty. And this reminds me of a Monopoly guy, or, you know, something like that. But they are hand in hand. Freedom and money. Not justice in the way in which, let's see what they say. I'm thinking not justice in the way that we would think justice is, like the right thing, but this is more of a combination of the things that are not right and unfair. So let's see what the book has to say. Okay. It says Mr. Moneybags and the Statue of Liberty. Can you see that? Sure came up with a unique couple's costume. Her tablet, I guess there, has the date of the Declaration of Independence, reminding us of the foundation of the American dream. Well, I'm Canadian, but okay. All humans are created equal. How? Well, that's a lie, the way that they operate over there, I have to say that. Anyway, how wealth is distributed, how freedoms are granted, and how equality is doled out make up, yes, the complex ways justice is experienced in our nation. Very good for you to say that. When this card comes up, be prepared for a long arm of the law, to catch up with you. It might be human law, or it might be universal or spiritual law. There you go. You might be on the wrong side of it or the right side. We know how this works. You made your bed, now you can lie in it. You will reap what you sow. You pay. Karma's, I hate that people say karma's a bitch. I hate that term. I hate that, you know, what was a simple, you know, regular term, I guess I'll call it bitch, meaning a female dog, has evolved into this thing that is so degrading and rude and rooted in just being vile. Then to apply it to the way in which, listen, if anything, karma's a prick. Anyways, I digress. If you've already done the deed, you will get justice, for better or worse. If you haven't done the deed, this card warns you to consider the consequences before acting. And the keywords here: justice, karma, cause and effect, equality, truth, integrity, contract, and legal matters when it's upright, and when it's reverse, injustice, dishonesty, hypocrisy, complications, abuse of power, red tape, bad decision. And I agree. The card is well done. Okay, so that is your Justice card. Next card is the Sun. And let's look at the elements that it brings in from the traditional Rider-Waite. Normally there'd be a horse, but there's a cat. You do see sunflowers. There is a child, right? The cake has 3 bats on it. Not sure what to make of that without going to the book. I don't really want to do that. There's streamers. And I'm hearing it's a party of one. Even in that card, it's a party of one. It's just her and the animal, right? It's almost like it's a personal celebration, a personal awakening, a realization, an acknowledgement, an elevation, a contented spirit of sorts. Also kindred spirits. Oh, look at this, 101 Dalmatians. I love that. 8 of Pentacles. Because feeding all these children would be a lot of work. It really would be. And she's painting everybody's faces. Look at her. She looks tired. This is the Empress. You know, it just dawned on me. I didn't notice it before. She's a kangaroo, which makes perfect sense. Kangaroos put babies in a pouch. That baby's in like a baby sling. She has a child behind her. She's tending to the children, giving them things, being kind, showing up, being present, nurturing, caretaking. See how well done that is? Oh, we got the 6 of Swords here. I guess that's Jaws they'd be going into. And this thing reminds me of either that face from Scream or it's that Jim Carrey Christmas Carol version where there's, I think at the end, there's like this thing that looks like death, that looks just like this, except it's in like black and white. With the, what do you call this? It's not a sheath, but you know what I mean. I'm just going to call it a cutlass, but you know what I'm saying? This like tool here, that harvesting tool. Here's a 6 of Wands, which makes sense. It's a knight. Perfect sense. But also when I see this, because it's Halloween, I'm feeling like it's a costume. It's almost maybe in a way a fake success, right? Because this is the real person's feet down here. It's just legs hanging there. But again, this is the Star. Ballerina dancer. The 10 of Pentacles. See, the Addams Family. Well, it was Morticia. That was the name I could remember. But again, I don't watch. I'm guessing this is Wednesday. I'm only saying that because I could totally be wrong. Because of that Netflix show, my daughter would watch it. Here's the 3 of Cups. I'm thinking the Witches of Eastwick with Bette Midler. This is your 5 of Cups. I guess that would be spilt blood if she's a vampire. No point crying over. Normally we would say spilt milk. Here's the 9 of Pentacles with Elvira, I think. This is the 8 of Wands. So perfect using bats for that, right? Because they don't fly slow. They fly with intention. And look, they're each holding a little wand. Do you see that? Clever. This here is the Eight of Cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Walking away from, towards something. Ideally, this is the Nine of Cups. There's 8 here, but still, you get the idea. I don't know if he's supposed to be a superhero. Looks like a grown man in a diaper, but okay. 7 of Wands, whack-a-mummy, so smart. Like defending yourself, right? The 7 of Wands is about defense, protection, standing up for what you believe. But they're being hit with all these sticks and they're fighting back with their one stick while the others come at them. Love that. Here's a 2 of Cups. I don't know. Oh yeah, I was just about to say, I want to say Romeo and Juliet, and there it is. Romeo and Juliet forever. King of Pentacles. This is Little Red Riding Hood and the wolf. There's her basket down below. She's probably in his tummy. His tongue is out. He's fully satisfied. He's had the best meal. The way in which this face is shaped reminds me of Five Nights at Freddy. I don't like horror movies at all, by the way. They do terrify me because I do believe people can be that wicked. Okay? I only know a few titles because, you know, of my kids and my age. This is a 3 of Swords. I have no idea what that is. Like before I thought it was like fake intestines. I don't know. So I'm just gonna 3 of Swords. What is that supposed to be? Oh, it's a pumpkin. Okay, fair. After the fun is over, the pumpkin is tossed. Got it. Got it. 3 of Swords. Painful. Painful truths, heartbreak, betrayal, disloyalty, faithlessness when it's upright. When reversed, confusion, miscommunication, hurtful lies, needless cruelty. Wow. It's about wounding and words of truth. That's interesting. And then out here, these might be, I don't know. I have my glasses on, but I still can't kind of see. I don't know if they're glow sticks. Maybe they were inside the pumpkin, right? Helping to light it up as opposed to candles. This is a Knight of Swords here. Dressed up as a ninja. Okay. Oh, disco. 7 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. This is hoarding. This also reminds me of The Purge. Ugh. I made the mistake of watching that once. I thought, you know, you're a grown-up. You can handle it. I cannot. All right, 6 of Cups. That's so nice. There are these other small cupcakes, but to this person, like, you are all of this. And it's the Joker, too. So, again, there could be a spin on it, right? You could take the negative aspects of the Joker. It could be a joke. It could be fake. It could be made out of something that's distasteful. But also on the flip side of that, that even the Joker has an area of compassion and love that they can express. And a space of tenderness. I like that. Oh, look at the Fool. This is the beginning of any Halloween night, right? Like, you don't have any candy. You know, you're just starting out. The road seems long. Look at the pumpkin. Look at the face of the bucket. It looks sad. I bet you when we see the other card, the pumpkin's face is happy. I don't know. This is 2 of Wands. This is about choice. This is supposed to be think a zombie and 2 brains, and I don't know, what brain do you eat first, I guess? What's on her chest? Sorry, 1 second. Oh, it's just like a face. It's just a face. I heard contestant. What's behind door number 1 or door number 2? This is the 10 of Swords. Oh, that's interesting. That thing on her chest looks kind of like this thing. I don't know what it's called. What do you, is it a voodoo doll? Where you push pins in it or something? I don't know. I don't practice spirituality on that side. Not at all. Not my scene, not interested. But I believe that stuff does absolutely exist. But this is when you make a replica of somebody and you push pins into it to cause pain. But isn't that amazing and interesting how they have this voodoo doll stuck to the fence between a proverbial rock and a hard place, and then in they come with the final pin into the heart. Like, that conveys so much. And it's done shadily too, right? It's in the dark, it's under the moon, it's behind a fence where you really can't be seen, and you're just taking your last jabs. Well, or someone's doing it to you. This is the Queen of Swords. I feel like I want to, like, she's giving me Frozen vibes. Like, I feel like this is Frozen with the blue pumpkin, with the mountains and everything. That's how I'm receiving this. Cold. What's that song? I can't sing because my throat is really sore. I'm getting over being sick. You're as cold as ice. Ding, 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 ding. I don't know if it goes sacrifice, I know. But it's, the song is You're as Cold as Ice. That's what this is giving me. All right. Page of Wands. Okay. Ace of Wands. Very Harry Potter. Harry Potter. And I'm saying that to you as I have on my Hogwarts shirt. This is Harry Potter. I actually have a wand. My friend went to visit Universal Studios in Florida. And they have the Harry Potter, you know, train and everything there. I got to get there before they dismantle that thing. And she's like, do you want? I'm like, yes, I would love a wand, please. And so I have a wand. And I love it. And isn't that great? As we're saying that, underneath is the Magician card. That's perfect. And then this is the symbol for fire, the little charm on their wrist. So smart. So much creativity goes into these decks and thought. Here's a High Priestess, Fortune Teller, the Tower. Oh, that's perfect for Frankenstein. And then they're controlling and they're able to decide when things explode. This is a controlled tower. Controlled tower. Controlled chaos. Controlled destruction. This is the Four of Wands. This, I was going to say Rapunzel, but not Rapunzel. I don't know. I can't remember the Disney movie. Brave. Where the girl had the red hair and the blue dress. This reminds me of Brave. And each of them have their own little lights or streamers or whatever you want to call this. This one has, I don't know what they are. Are they fish? Something. She has ghosts. This one has pumpkins. I don't know what those are. Hold on. Get some better light. I don't know. I'm not sure what the shape of that is. But if you notice, there's a fourth wand here. And it doesn't have any decoration. And that wand, that's interesting. Or no. These two wands have the white decoration, the ghost. This one has the pumpkin. And this one has the baby. I'm curious. Four of Wands. I'm curious about your loving. I'm curious. It's about a celebration. It says when this card comes up, it marks a formal gathering as opposed to the casual gathering of the Three of Cups. Large or small gatherings with a purpose. Friends and family indulging. Yeah, I was just curious about that. If, you know, if there's a parent that's missing, right? Or if this, in a way, is these people celebrating and we are holding that fourth wand, right? As to bring us into this picture. Nonetheless, moving on. Look, it's Mr. Rogers with the children listening to stories. He's probably telling ghost stories. That's so cute. Oh, that's smart. This one here, again, that face. I hate that face, that scream purge face. Anyway, this is a Knight of Swords. Makes sense with the lightning, right? Striking truth. This here is the Hermit. The Hermit, a big house, all lights off, not really interacting, but still interacting because they're dropping candy from up above down to these kids. That's why the kids got their arms all up and are excited. Tell me what you think about this card. It's the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Temperance. Makes sense. She's pouring a drink. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this says readings down here. Maybe she's whipping up a potion. This is the Ace of Swords here. The Hanged Man. I love that. I think that's Dracula. Something to that effect, right? We got Nine of Cups, Mermaid, the Little Mermaid. Well, not my version of the Little Mermaid, but nonetheless, the Little Mermaid. This is Two of Pentacles. Five of Wands. The Death card. Page of Swords. The Emperor. All I heard was off with his head. What's interesting is this: the Emperor is supposed to be a leader, but I'm looking at the way that they're looking at him. They're probably wondering, why are we following this guy? Can't even see. But we know the head is down here somewhere, right? I'm hearing false leadership. All right, Nine of Wands, Star Wars, I'm feeling. This is the King of Cups. I can't remember the name of that movie. There was a movie where they had people under the water that looked like him. If you know what it was, put in the comments. But whatever it is, these people live under the sea. There's the Knight of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Notice how all these things are being offered from kind of behind a curtain, near a curtain. See, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles. Right there. Here. And then the Ace of Wands. And that makes actual sense if you look at it. This is even if you wanted to go so deep. When, you know, if you're interested in learning how to do tarot yourself, when you look at these cards, you can also see that as chakras. Like, this could be your root chakra, the heart chakra, the throat chakra. There's not really, I mean, there's a white, but I think it's higher up, to be honest. Whereas the elements, water, air, earth, fire. You see how that all kind of plays out and makes sense? And how you can go from there. Let us continue. This is the Four of Cups. Look at this. They got 4 cups here. 3 are in October. 1 a bit of a spill, and they're being offered chalk. They just don't want anything. Like, nothing is pleasing them. Nothing whatsoever. Maybe the party's over. People are gone. They're sad. Maybe people didn't even show up to their party. Who knows? Here's a Judgment card. Haha. See? I told you. Remember the Fool card? They were sad and standing wherever, and that pumpkin bucket was sad. See the happy face on the pumpkin bucket now that it's full? They had a good night. Here is the King of Wands in his coffin chair. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This reminds me of The Matrix, one of my favorite movies. Right? Like whatever candy you pick. And that also reminds me about being careful on Halloween. That's one of the reasons why I wasn't allowed to go, is because there was this time when people were putting razors in apples and poisoning this, that, and the other. My mom was like, that's it, y'all ain't going. Eight of Swords. Queen of Wands. Four of Swords. That's interesting because it is kind of giving me a bit of Dracula vibes. But and they're resting, right? And I guess in a way, maybe the light is coming down from above, but they're protected by this shield because supposedly, you know, they don't like the daylight. So they're resting during daytime. Do you get that? You see that? This is the Two of Swords. The Nine of Swords. It's kind of giving me Sleeping Beauty vibes, and you're not getting the Prince Charming that you were hoping for at all. This is Page of Pentacles. Oh, it's brains. Ugh. This is Queen of Pentacles. That just seems like such a... Okay, hold on. Okay, here's a pot full of candy. Okay, because these didn't look like very opulent settings to me. But she has a lot because there's an overflow and there's candy in her, let's call it a cauldron. And then this is a Three of Pentacles, right? Putting together the scarecrow. Or robbing it, whatever they're doing. They're either dressing up the scarecrow or robbing him. I'm not sure which one. And then the last card is the Page of Cups. It looks like a jellyfish. All right. So what do you think of the deck? Like, is this something that you would get? Would you like the imagery? Do you have other decks by Barbara Moore that you love? I don't mind. I mean, I didn't love all the images in here just because I don't like scary stuff. But are there Halloween decks that you have that you like? I have a deck, and I think it's called the Black Deck. So I have that. I do have Urban Tarot. It's not a scary deck, but for me, that deck comes with a certain energy, right? So if you want to get like the deep down dirty details of a situation, especially when I'm doing a reading and the men are involved, like it's a reading concerning men, I do go to that deck. So I'm just gonna pull a card for whoever made it to the end of my review. You know, and I would so appreciate it if you would just comment. Like, commenting helps so much. It really does. Just as a small appreciation for what I am doing here. And it doesn't cost you a thing. Just a flick of the wrist. A little comment, a smiley face, or you know what? If you made it to the end, why don't you put a ghost in the chat? Put a little ghost symbol in the chat for me so that I know, you know, that you stayed all the way through. Okay, King of Wands. Let's see what is... Oh, King of Wands. That's nice. Let's see. I'm feeling huge manifesting power. And a position of authority. So this is a card for you who stayed to the end. What is a Halloween party without Dracula? Boring and dumb, that's what. At least he thinks so. He looks like he's been to a shindig or two and knows that he will definitely be in demand. Yes, people gather around his throne, but that gets boring. So he'll be circulating all flirty and charming in no time. When this card comes up, it represents someone with authority who can be charming and can sometimes be convinced to share their secrets to success. They love showing off and being admired above all things. They value action and starting new projects if you want to gain their support. Present an exciting, fresh idea that appeals to their sense of adventure. Get them interested and they will make things happen. Details bore the King of Wands. So stick to the highlights and keep things entertaining. So I'm getting that you're a very macro person, right? Big picture person, big picture thinking. Adventurous, curious, somewhat seasoned, learned. Do not embarrass them or a conversation will be over. So the keywords here are decision maker, power, experience, action, decisive authority, and mature. And if reversed, it would be easily bored, anger, violence, ego-driven, and hasty. Okay? I'm hearing pull one more card, so I'm going to pull one more card. Oops. Is there anything else that you want to share about this King of Wands? Sorry, there's quite a few that fell out. Let me do that again. Is there anything else that we need to know about this King of Wands? Because there's something going on in your life where you've kind of been like, been there, done that, seen that, heard that already. Got the Page of Cups. You're being encouraged to look at the situation with new eyes. Because this is a king and a page. This is seasoned, and this is look at a situation that you're in from a new perspective, taking with you obviously the wisdom that you've acquired in previous iterations, situations, and experiences in your life, and use that as part of your arsenal. But let the baggage go so that you can step into this newness or see things from a new position, because it will provide you either a new path going forward or some kind of solution that you didn't necessarily consider, or if you did consider, you didn't think it was viable. Okay. Last card for you. Last card. So we've got Wands and we've got Cups. What did we get? We got the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. Can you please clarify the Six of Pentacles? Oh, it's not in frame. Whoops. Can you please clarify the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles for me? So something is going to be happening swiftly. Six of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. Again, you've got two pages here on the board, Cups and Pentacles. And that's it. Like coming in, it's a reaffirmation that you need to come into or look at this perspective from the eyes of a child. To me, this is the problem here, right? The Six of Pentacles. You're looking to receive something. You could be one of these three people. You've received something, what to do with it. You're hoping to receive something. Maybe you're being rejected, or you're in the position to give something. But whatever position you're holding, you need to look at it with a balance of wisdom and I'm going to call it new resolution or a new way of moving forward. Once you do that, things will pick up very quickly. This Page of Pentacles, like this a new opportunity, a new way of being, going, moving forward will happen very quickly once you have taken the information and knowledge that you've gathered and repurpose it, reuse it, repackage it for whichever position you're holding to bring in a new opportunity swiftly. This one. And you're not to overthink it. Can I get one final card? This is more reading than I planned on doing. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune. So depending on how you go about doing this, you are actually in control of changing the trajectory of a specific situation. And honestly, it's not even a power struggle. It's not a power position, right? So this could be an external force, meaning you're one of these three people interacting with other people, or I'm feeling more so, it just hit me that this could be something that's going on internally. And there might be a part of you, that I'm hearing is either perpetually controlling the other aspects of yourself. So whether it could be that your root chakra is always dominating you, right? Meaning that you're always in a position of fear, never ready, willing, able, feeling confident enough to take the next step or make the next move, right? And so what I'm hearing is that you need to lead from a different part of yourself, a part of yourself that is, oh, that's so interesting. So this is what I'm seeing. We have the king here, and to me, the king is this person here in the middle, or this energy that you hold in the middle. And then we've got two pages, right? And I don't care if you want to put the Page of Cups on this side and the Page of Pentacles there, or vice versa. Either way, these three energies reside within you. It can be an external force, but that's not what I'm feeling right now. And you therefore have the power, depending on how you reposition this, or perhaps give another part of yourself, your character, your skills and ability, an opportunity to sit in that chair and to lead and to make those decisions, will take you on a different path. You therefore are turning your own wheel. You are making your own changes. You are pulling in this, I want to say, a light version of a tower, if you will, right? But whatever it is, this part of you that seems to dominate all the time is going to take a back seat. So another one of your skills can develop. Another part of yourself, your being. If you've always led with your brawn and strength, maybe this time you're going to start working on your intellectual capabilities, or learning to voice your opinion, or coming from a place of creativity. So whatever part of you is always dominating and leading the show with the decisions that you make or how you show up in the world, you're going to start turning the dial and doing things differently. And that is going to speed up a change for you. That's going to help you see things differently, and it's going to happen quickly. It's going to happen quickly. Love that. All right, well, thank you so much for looking at my unboxing of Trick or Treaters, or Trick or Treat Tarot, this box here, by Barbara Moore. And again, please put a little ghost or a pumpkin in the comment section if you made it all the way to the end. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.